say some days you're gonna win. They say some days you're gonna lose. I tell you, I got news for you. You're losing all the time, you never win. No. If you believe that's how it's gonna be, I better put you down. Get up, you take your butt and come out on the ground. You gotta save me now. You better turn around. And I looked around. I was heading down. Oh, somebody throw me down the line. This is some days you gotta give. This is some days you gotta take. That's the way it's gotta be. Roll it over and you will see. City streets.
Wednesday, my friends. Yeah, it still is. The 29th day of October does fall on it. We got a good show for all of you. Mary Cordes joins us in a couple of minutes' time. We're going to take you beyond the shelves at Hayner and learn about the upcoming events, especially as the year wraps up. There's no better place really to be than Hayner Library, especially when it comes to your family photos and all that. If you head down to the genealogy and local history part of the library, a great spot. So she'll join us, fill us in on all the winter fun that's coming down the pipeline. And then Lacy McDonald joins us around 9:50 or so, 10 o'clock, and she'll take us back 100 years. In the 10 o'clock hour, it all belongs to the Troy, Maryville, St. Jacob Marine Chamber of Commerce, and we'll have Dawn Mushill join us, and it'll be fun. I honestly don't know what we're talking about with Dawn. We'll just catch up with the latest from the chamber and see how much trouble we can cause on a Wednesday. In the meantime, make sure you download the RiverBender.com app today so you never miss out on breaking news alerts and everything that is pertinent to you. Plus, with Around the Riverbend, our daily email update, you can join that list of over 80,000 plus that are in the know each and every day of the work week and or on Saturdays with that daily email update, and it gives you news, classified, and sports all at the touch of a button. Officer Travis Lyles of the Jerseyville Police Department was promoted to sergeant on October the 28th during the city council meeting where city officials and attendees expressed strong support. Lyles, who has served since 2008, is recognized as one of the hardest working and most respected officers in the department. He has earned multiple awards, including the Good Conduct Award for maintaining a spotless record throughout his career. Recently, Lyles received the Life Saving Award for his quick actions in transporting a victim of a severe hornet sting to the hospital. He is noted for his community service efforts, including safety seminars and youth events. His wife, Valerie, proudly pinned on his new badge during the ceremony. Congratulations on your promotion. Downtown's West End and Courtyard in Wood River is celebrating 6 months in business, and they're located at 10 West Ferguson. The business combines a t-shirt press, coffee shop, and over 15 local vendors from Madison County, fostering a strong family atmosphere. Jennifer Donahue joined us during the downtown Wood River Trick-or-Treat to highlight that close-knit community feel, with vendors becoming like family and events like vendors fairs and holiday celebrations drawing in the neighbors. The shop is a hub during local events such as that recent downtown Trick-or-Treat. Plans for a potential second location have already been discussed, but the team remains dedicated to supporting Wood River and growing right there in the downtown district. Also in the news today, the Madison County Republican Central Committee has unanimously elected Miles Nelson of Collinsville as their new chairman, succeeding Ray Wesley. Nelson, who currently serves as campaign manager for U.S. Rep. Mike Bost, holds multiple positions within the Illinois Republican Party. He expressed his commitment to strengthening the party and maintaining Republican dominance in Madison County. He thanked Wesley for 6 years of leadership and pledged to bring fresh energy and a bold vision to the role. Wesley expressed confidence in Nelson's abilities, emphasizing his experience and success in campaigns at various government levels. Nelson's leadership marks a new chapter for the Madison County GOP. The Godfrey Fire Protection District celebrated the addition of a new ladder truck just a few days ago on October the 27th, and it marked a significant upgrade for the community's fire safety. Firefighters, district trustees, and Mayor McCormick participated in a traditional push-in ceremony to welcome the 78-foot ladder truck equipped with a pump delivering 2,000 gallons per minute. While Chief Eric Cramner emphasized that the new truck allows Godfrey to independently handle fires in commercial buildings and large homes without relying on neighboring towns. The 2024 model replaces a 2009 truck, which will be converted into a dedicated rescue vehicle. The addition reflects strong collaboration between the district and the village, enhancing safety for over 18,000 residents across 36 square miles. Finally, in the news today, Pruitt Mechanical Services is organizing a Thanksgiving turkey giveaway scheduled for Friday, November the 15th, aimed at supporting local families in need throughout the Riverbend community. This drive-through event requires no forms or obligations, emphasizing neighbors helping neighbors. The initiative has already raised over $2,900 and gained support from several local businesses, including Grand Pisal Body Art, Off the Beaten Path Automotive, Fant Health and Wellness, and others. Organizers are still finalizing the giveaway location and seeking additional sponsors to expand their outreach. Contributions do start at $50 for individuals that are interested in supporting the free turkey giveaway, and those funds go directly towards those purchases. For sponsorship inquiries, you can contact Pruitt Mechanical Services at 618-208-7722. That's 618-208-7722. Let's take a look at weather. 52 degrees in downtown Alton. It feels like 46 out there. Humidity at 97% with that rain. Today, windy with periods of rain until the early afternoon. They're saying it could clear out, though, within the next hour or so. A jacket is totally going to come in handy today. Tonight, just going to be clear, and temperatures will drop. It feels like 46 out there. Air quality is good at 29, and mold is low at 3250. For temperatures today, they'll reach about 55 degrees and drop right back down to 40 overnight as we head into Thursday. On Thursday, a high of 55, a low of 38 degrees as we're trick-or-treating. And on Friday, as we're doing the Halloween parade, a high of 60 and a low of 40. Man, that'll feel great. Partly sunny skies as we wrap up the month of October. On Saturday, we start the month of November with cloudy skies, a high of 52, a low of 35 degrees. And on Sunday, there is a small chance of rain, but they're calling mostly for sunny skies and a mix towards the afternoon, a high of 55, a low of 41. That's a look at your next 5 days. We are in fall, and you know what that means. That weather's coming. You're going to need to download the RiverBender.com app so you can always stay informed with our weather alerts. We pride ourselves. We always get the information out at least a minute or two before a lot of the other neighboring television stations. The reason being is you need to know this information and those weather alerts because they could really impact your day, and we try to get them out as quickly as possible. You can also text RB to 618-202-4618. That's RB to 618-202-4618. To sign up for those instant weather updates via the text messaging SMS notification, or just download the RiverBender.com app today. While I have you, Saturday, November the 8th, man, that'll be here before we know it. At the Grafton Winery, the Vineyards location, beer, wine, spirits, and food. What else do I need to tell you about? I mean, that just sold itself. That is the Craft Beverage Festival right there in Grafton. This is powered by Great Rivers and Routes, and this is a great time to explore really just so many great curators and so many great craft beer makers and craft beverage makers right here in the Great Rivers and Routes region. And, you know, we talked to Corey on the phone just a few days ago about this, and what I think is so cool is just how it grows each and every year. You know, last year they outgrew their space, and that's why they're at the Vineyards, and it's going to be a huge crowd. It's going to be full of great drinks, great food, and also even more like Persnickety by Jen Farley. This is going to be fun. You know, you can get a photo at the new Instagrammable moment photo booth at the festival with you and your friends. While getting your selfie, be sure to pick up a micro bouquet of flowers from Persnickety by Jen Farley. Jen will also have a swag bag from Persnickety and a standalone flower bar for additional purchases. Plus, you can expect to sample Schlafly, Grafton Winery, Old Bakery Beer Company, Earth Candy, Old Herald, Good News, Blue Stem, Historic Red Rooster, Brew Works, and Eckert's Country Store and Farm. I mean, there's so many really great drink selections. And then when you go to the food pairing side, they have Blackbird Bakery, Bella Milano, Grafton Winery, the Mother Road Fudge and Candy Shop. I'm in. Bluff City Grill will be a part of it. Birdie's Food Truck at Flock will be there, and so will Eckert's Country Store in that food side, as well as some apple cider donuts. That sounds great. Once again, all this takes place on November the 8th. That's just a couple of weeks away. We're about a week away from it almost. And that's the Craft Beverage Festival. Get your tickets now at riversandroutes.com. That's riversandroutes.com, and we'll see you there. They're $30 in advance, $35 at the door, and designated drivers' tickets are $15. We'll see you there for Craft Beverage Festival, and don't forget to tell them when you stop by that CJ and Riverbender got you to stop on over their way. We'll take a quick break, a look at downtown Alton, more Daily Show after this. Of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Discover Del Mar Public House, located in Godfrey's historic Clifton Schoolhouse. Enjoy bold flavors like homemade falafel, fish and chips, and rotating pasta favorites. Relax with local beers, half-price wine bottles, and summer poutine nights. The only thing missing is you. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Del Mar Public House, where great food, drinks, and friends come together. DelMarPublicHouse.com.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job. There's nothing holding me back anymore.
When you need a project done right, on budget, and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
My guitar too loud. How do you like me now? How do you like me now? Now that I'm on my way, you still think I'm crazy standing here today. I couldn't make you love me, but I always dreamed about living in your radio. How do you like me now?
Daily Show, welcome back. Oh, there's Mary. Come on in here. Might as well. We never get to do this on the fly. Mary, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Oh, good. I was just going to tell somebody about this. We had the North Alton Godfrey Business Council meeting.
Yeah.
And Jim Claywell was filling us in that the Veterans Day free breakfast is coming up.
Oh, right.
And I just wanted to fill people in real quick before we got you into the studio that coming up in just a couple of days on November the 11th, if you are a veteran out there or your loved one is a veteran, stop by and be a part of this Breakfast for a Hero. It's in its 8th year. It's 8th annual. And this runs from 8 a.m. till 10 a.m. on Tuesday, November the 11th. Veterans can enjoy that free breakfast, a keynote speaker, and music by the Gibson Girls, who are just awesome.
They really are.
And so it's going to be a big day honoring those veterans, and it's one that you don't want to miss. So before I send you off to break, go ahead and get your tickets now by reaching out to Embark Wealth Partners. You can do that by giving them a phone call today at 618-433-8881. That's 618-433-8881. And make sure you tell them that Riverbender sent you on over their way.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Tell each other fairy tales and we step into the winter. She's looking at you, oh no, she's looking at me, smiling in the bright lights, coming through his stereo.
Welcome back, Daily Show. There we are. Mary's in the studio.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you doing?
Did you get rained on out there?
Yeah, I was complaining about the rain this morning. I thought, don't do it. We went for 2.5 months with no rain, and don't complain about getting it.
The other day we were camping in Carlisle, and that's when the monsoon came out.
No.
And I'm like, of course, it hasn't rained in 2.5 months.
Yeah.
But no, go ahead. Open it up.
Yeah. We're only going to have little trick-or-treaters out and want to do all the stuff outside. Why not?
Yeah,
so.
do it. Hey, how's the library?
Good. Doing really well. We've been busy.
Have you?
Yeah, I said I think that October might be the busiest month around town.
Really?
I know
that's
December
true.
is busy, but October is just crazy, and the library is no different. So,
where do we start?
well, you know what? We had a program, and it's over now. So if you didn't come, you sure missed out on something. We had a lady who came and did the Poe and Irving recitations. I've never seen anything like it before in my life. It was incredible. It was one of my favorite programs we've ever done. Her name's Ann Williams. And, we turned down the lights, and that architecture was all lit up, the uplighting and the genealogy local history library. And for an hour and a half, anybody who's talked to me in the last week and a half is sick of hearing this, but she, for an hour and a half, without consulting her notes, didn't stumble once, recited the short stories of Edgar Allan Poe, and everybody was like on the edge of their seat listening. It was great.
That's awesome.
We've had some good stuff lately. Yeah.
Well, and now, is she going to come back next year, do you think?
I would love to have her back, because the people that came were just,
Was it a good attendance?
Said that, we were full and said this was really, really great. So yeah. I'm hoping those people will talk it up and we'll have an even bigger crowd next year.
Though.
Yeah, she has all of Poe memorized, not all of Poe, but she has Poe memorized. She has A Christmas Carol memorized. She has all her founding documents memorized. It's kind of amazing.
And I can't even memorize my social.
Right? I know. I'm sitting here panicking, like looking at the newsletter that I, helped write for notes, because I can't remember anything. So
it's incredible. I mean, what's cool though is that's such an old form too of entertainment.
It is.
That's cool.
That's what I thought was neat. The whole time she was doing it, I just kept thinking, in 1890 when that building was built, or 1891. that's what was going on in that building. So it was just kind of neat to bring that back and continue it on. So
well, and now how have the teen and kid spaces been with their Halloween fun? Because I know they did the duck.
Yep. The duck
contest,
costume contest. You have just a couple of days left. You can vote through the end of the month, and we have some really fun ducks. So if for people that don't know, the teens took home a little rubber duck, and they got to decorate and costume it up any way they wanted to. They brought it back, and then we have them on display at the mall library, and you can vote for your favorite one, and then one of the teens wins a gift card. So my favorite, well, I guess maybe I shouldn't. I can't sway it. I haven't voted, but I will say there are some that are pretty darn good, and there might be a duck that might look like our 16th president. I'm just saying. So
there is integrity in your duck election.
Yes, there is integrity in our duck election, and I'm not going to say one way or the other. That's so awesome. Yeah.
Well, it's just really cool, and I think that it's just the next couple of months are really great for families to get out there.
Yes,
and I mean, I'm not going to lie, just glance down an adult murder mystery game night.
That
is
one
cool.
and that one's totally full. So people have I know, but when they fill up that fast, it gives us obviously an idea that we're doing something right, and maybe I'm sorry, I'm going to sneeze.
That's why we have the cough button. I see. No one even heard it.
All right.
That's what the power of radio does for.
So it shows us that we're doing something right, and that we will try to replicate those things that fill up so people have a chance to do them again. But this is a murder mystery game night, so it's interactive, and we're going to have clues out. People are going to solve a mystery in real time with each other. So it's a lot of fun.
That's super cool. Yeah, and now, when was that going to?
That is going to be on November 13th from 6 to 7:30.
Have all of your events been filling up?
For the most part, they've been filling up. We had Connie Martin who came last week, and again, they were back-to-back amazing programs. Connie was on Tuesday night, Ann was on Wednesday night, and Connie talked about the hidden meaning of Negro spirituals in the Underground Railroad, hidden messages in Negro spirituals on the Underground Railroad, and she was phenomenal. We're going to have her back as well because she has another program on Civil War quilts and the hidden messages in quilts for the Underground Railroad. It's like you look at the quilts and they for people who were escaping to freedom, they could look in these quilts. There were hidden messages, and they would direct you on which ways to travel the Underground Railroad. It was pretty amazing. Wow. So we're going to have her back to talk about that as well. So
that's really cool.
But all our programs have been filling up, so which is great.
And this one's cool too. And I don't know if it's full yet, and I hope not. But October 30th, this is cool for the parents if you have some time in the morning, or your grandparents for a spooky story time, the trick or treat story time.
Yep. So the kids are going to come in. They can wear their costumes. Again, if you've already paid for a costume, you might as well get as much money's worth out of it as you can. They are expensive. Yeah. So come to the library. We'll have a special story time, and then the kids are going to trick or treat at all the desks. So you can come to the reference desk.
And that'll be really cool.
Circ desk. You can that kind of thing. So
now fill me in. You're doing writers open houses too.
So November is a Write a Novel month. Okay. I'm sure it has a different name. Again, that whole thing about can't memorize anything. I can't remember exactly what it's called. But so we're encouraging everybody. The whole point of November is to sit down and in a month try to write even if it's the roughest draft you've ever written of writing a novel. And so we're going to open up the multipurpose room at the Alton Square Mall. And on the Sundays in November, you can come, you can just sit, it's a place for quiet, for writing. You can work on your novel, and it's just a rough draft. Just sit and write, and hopefully at the end of November, you've written a novel.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so we're participating in it. It's kind of a nationwide thing, so we're giving people a place to sit and do that.
That's awesome. And now for more information, is Hayner Library's website the best one?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can go to our website and go to the events calendar.
So this is silly, but we are getting in that time of year. If there's ever an event of inclement weather,
yes,
what do we do for those events?
if we decide that it's just too dangerous, we don't want people on the road, especially our performers, because some of them are coming from a long way away, and we don't want them on the road, we will put something on our website, on our Facebook page, on all our social media and our website, and we will, the staff obviously will know. We'll have something on. If we ourselves are closed because of the weather, we'll have something on our phones too, so you can call.
We're just getting to that time of the year.
Yeah. I mean, it's cold and nasty outside, so it's a reminder.
There were folks saying that there were flurries in Edwardsville last
really?
night. And they didn't obviously do anything because it was too warm, but...
It's too soon for me.
It's way too soon. Any ounce of snow is too soon for CJ.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Now, also, I really think it's cool to just remind people about your teen expressive art class that you do. This is a really great opportunity for teens as well.
Yes.
And your teen space, Megan does an awesome job.
Megan does a great job. And the teens, all of our teen programming, the majority of it is informed by the teens themselves. So we have a teen advisory board, and they kind of tell us, here's what we want to do. So for the next, what we call, our next quarter of programs, they're informed by what the teens want. And so they love any kind of art projects, anything like that. So we're doing teen expressive art, and those are on Fridays in October, November, and December.
Really cool.
So the next one coming up is this coming Friday, and it's Friday from 4 to 5, and you can go, you'll get a canvas and you can paint it however you want to paint it. And then those we're going to hang up in the teen space. We've kind of have a teen space area upstairs in the performance room at the mall that the teens can hang out in, and they're decorating it. And so their art that they're making here is going to go into their space. So wow. And it's free. So we'll have all the canvases and all the art supplies.
Well, you guys have a busy November. I mean, a huge start to it.
We do.
So what's Comic Chaos? I think I'll just ask you that.
Comic Chaos is it's a new book club, and it's for teens. And so it is a teen book club based on either comic books, graphic novels, anime, that kind of thing. So we'll pick a book, and then we will, at the end of each meeting, we'll vote on which comic they want to read next, then they'll discuss it. And it kind of goes hand in hand with the new graphic novel, comic book, anime, manga database that we have. So ebooks. So it's ebooks, but think ebooks for comic books, manga, that kind of thing. It's called Comics Plus, and that's on our website. People can download the Comics Plus app, and then it's for adults, teens, and kids. It's broken down by age according to your library card, because you log in with your library card number, and then it's unlimited unlimited graphic novels, anime, and manga.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's really neat.
And then the next day, Ed Wheatley's going to be.
Yep,
is
Ed's
that full?
going to be. No, that one still has some seats, so you can come to that one. You can come see my husband and my father-in-law are coming to that one. They come every time Ed comes, but
he's awesome.
Ed's going to be talking about St. Louis to Cooperstown. So all the guys that are in Cooperstown in the Baseball Hall of Fame, if they came from St. Louis, Ed's going to talk about why St. Louis produced so many people that are in the Hall of Fame, and then give kind of a talk about their lives and the people that are in the Baseball Hall of Fame that are from St. Louis or played for St. Louis. So, yeah. So, and that's Tuesday, November. So that's next Tuesday from 6 to 7 at the mall upstairs in the performance room. And just to let people know, the escalators are still broken at the mall. So if you want to come to the performance,
it's like United Nations.
If you want to come to that and you can't navigate stairs, I would just recommend coming either in at Olga's or coming in where if you're old school, where the old Hardee's used to be, you can come in that way to the mall. Yeah, that's a throwback, isn't it? You can come in those two, and that will be the closest way to get to our performance room, because we're between the escalators and JCPenney upstairs in our performance room.
Does JCPenney not have an elevator?
JCPenney has an elevator and an escalator, but they close at 7, and our programs are usually over after that.
Sense.
So we always tell people, don't go to Penny's, because one time I had to put a patron in my car and drive them around to their car because they had parked there. So so don't do that.
Well, and then look at on November the 5th, which is always great to note that Erica Harris will have her office hours.
Yeah, Erica Harris. Yep.
That day.
Yep. She's going to have traveling office hours. So Senator Harris, if there's something that you need to bring up with her office, she will have a representative there. That's at the mall library from 10 to 12 in one of the study rooms. And so that's the other thing. If you have sort of maybe a topic you don't really want to discuss out in front of everyone, these take place in our study room so that you can close the door, you can talk to them about an issue that you might be having to see if her office can help with it.
Do you schedule appointments ahead of time?
They don't schedule appointments ahead of time, but we have a seating area. So
Gotcha.
you want to wait. It's not usually a long wait, and they're really, really nice people to work with. So.
And then on the 5th at 6 p.m., Here Lies Lovejoy.
I'm excited about this
Yeah.
one. So I was reading an article about the Lovejoy Monument, and they were mentioning the Lovejoy. They were talking about the caretakers of his grave, and I'm like, but those are two. The caretakers, there's the memorial, Lovejoy Memorial, and there's the Lovejoy Monument, and they're two different things. And this article was sort of kind of making them seem like they were the same thing. And I thought, wait, this is slightly confusing. So I thought, let's have an article or a program that talks about Lovejoy, about his life, his death, and then what happened after he died. So how did the monument that we all think of at the cemetery, how did that come into being? And then there's also the Lovejoy Memorial, what's now called the Lovejoy Memorial Board. And they're the ones that are sort of the caretakers of his grave and of his legacy.
Yeah.
And so Lovejoy Week, so we're going to have, the library will do the first half of the program. So we're going to talk about Lovejoy's life, his death, and the actual monument. And then we're going to have a special guest who's going to recreate or bring to life Isaac Kelly, who was the first caretaker of Lovejoy's grave.
That's cool.
So he's going to do a short presentation, and then we're going to have Bonnie Fox and Ed Gray come and talk about the Elijah P. Lovejoy Memorial Board and all the caretakers that have started taking care of his grave, and also his legacy and the legacy of the Lovejoy scholarship, Lovejoy Week, all of that. So we're going to talk about that, and that's going to be really fun. And we have just a few seats. In fact, we had to kind of increase
No
the
kidding.
seating on
I
that.
bet. Why I could see that.
So,
yeah.
and that's going to be at the Genealogy Library on Wednesday, November 5th at 6 p.m. So that's a week from today.
That's incredible.
Yeah, next Wednesday at 6 at the Genealogy Library.
That'd be really cool. And then you wrap up that week with a Daughter of American Revolution friend raiser open house.
Yep. So that's an annual event that we have too. So the DAR comes to the Genealogy and Local History Library, and they talk about their organization, the research they can help with, how they can how you can join their group. And so that's been an annual event for a long time. So
Really cool.
Yeah.
You got a moment to take a break?
Yeah.
Let's do it. What time is it? 9:36. We'll come back with.
I don't know.
We'll come back with more Daily Show with Hayner Library. There's a ton of great things happening this month. I like this. A rough story time. I think it's dog themed.
Yeah, I think it might be.
We'll come back and find out.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Discover Del Mar Public House, located in Godfrey's historic Clifton Schoolhouse. Enjoy bold flavors like homemade falafel, fish and chips, and rotating pasta favorites. Relax with local beers, half-price wine bottles, and summer poutine nights. The only thing missing is you. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Del Mar Public House, where great food, drinks, and friends come together. DelMarPublicHouse.com.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Naselli on RiverBender.com.
But I ain't got wings coming down is the hardest thing.
Back 9:40. We had a lot of rain come in, and it didn't downpour.
I know,
but it was just a lot of a finite amount of rain.
Just
weird.
Just weird. Like, I know, and the kind that you're like standing in the house going, is it raining?
Yeah.
Do I need an umbrella? Yeah, I do. So
that was always my worst thing as a kid. You'd go to see if it was snowing, but you couldn't tell sometimes. So like you'd look at the light to see if there was anything flying by though.
Yeah, especially if you have screens.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'd like, is it the screen? Am I seeing rain? Am I seeing snow? Or am I seeing a screen? Yeah. Well, and then I was looking at the weather yesterday. I think it was like Spectrum, and they were, or so, I don't remember what it was, but they're like, on Halloween night it's gonna be clear for the trick-or-treaters. I'm like, oh, that's great. And I thought, wait, we're Alton, we do our trick-or-treating the night before. Yep. So the weather you're talking about isn't the weather that we're gonna have.
Yeah,
so
no.
yeah.
It's gonna be a little colder.
Yeah,
a little colder.
Little colder. Yeah.
38 degrees, and we're gonna feel all right.
Oh,
well, okay. It was 2 years ago. It was 25, and I had to put on feet warmers and everything, and I couldn't move.
Right,
and then
the parade.
Yeah, and then people threw candy at me, and I thought, this is not nice. I cannot move. What is this rough story time?
Okay, so our rough story time is it's for the kids. Obviously, we're gonna have a therapy dog. So we have his name is Coda. He's a very special therapy dog, and so the kids are gonna come. It's going to be a story time. We're going to talk about, we'll have some canine themed stories, and then we're going to talk about the work that Coda does as a therapy dog. The kids can pet Coda. They can just love all over
That's
Coda.
Cool.
And yeah, it's kind of, for those that remember, we used to do a story time. It was a bow wow powwow, and it was the kids would come in and read to therapy dogs. And so it's kind of a reintroduction, a special reintroduction of that story time. So that's going to be at the mall in our multipurpose room. So downstairs in the mall library at November 20th at 10 o'clock. So the kids can come to that.
Now, for those, is it always better to register because they fill up quicker?
Sometimes they do. That one, we do have, I would recommend that. We don't list it in the newsletter. So if you show up, we're obviously not going to turn you away.
Right.
But registering does help us know how many supplies to have, because we do a craft project with those, and we just want to make sure that we have enough stuff out for the kids, so we're not scrambling at the end trying to pull out more supplies.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, and now going into this too, there's also an opportunity for families. This Wicked movie night.
Yeah. So the new, if you haven't seen it, by the million ads that are out everywhere, the conclusion of the movie Wicked Part 2, I don't know, I've never seen it.
I haven't either. Don't feel bad.
It's coming out, and so the second part's coming out. So before it comes out, we are going to have a family movie night at the library, so you can watch Wicked Part 1 and then get caught up on the story before you go see Wicked Part 2. And so that is going to be Saturday, November 15th from 2 to 4:40. And so that's going to be in the multipurpose room at the mall as well. And we will have probably, if I had to guess, we're going to have some popcorn and some snacks. And, we'll have people register in advance for that so that we make sure we have enough seats out. and there is a limit of people that we can fit in our NPR. So we'll just give us a call at 462-0677 extension 2822 to register for that, and it should be a good time.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me hit you with some more.
Sure.
I am really looking into this one, and this is the John Lynn, who is...
Yeah, so John Lynn has come to the library several times, and he is kind of an Illinois historian.
Well, a walking encyclopedia.
He knows everything. I mean, honestly,
Really?
I think he's been to every single town, village, city, municipality in Illinois, and he writes books about them. And so he knows everything there is. WGN Radio, for those of you that listen to that, he has been on WGN Radio quite a bit. He's photographed all 2,400 cities and towns in the state, and he has biked, hiked, paddled through. If it's in Illinois, he's done it. And so he's going to be talking about all the charms, traditions, different things that go on, and personalities of all the Illinois towns. And so he's going to be featuring the main streets of Illinois. So
that'll be really cool.
He's got photographs that he brings, and he talks about kind of just the quirky places in Illinois. So that's Thursday, November 20th from 6 to 7:30.
And that'll be kind of cool for maybe folks that have wanted to do an Illinois road trip but don't know where to go.
Exactly.
He might be a great guide for that.
He would be. And, I would encourage people too, when you come to this, kind of think about it for next year, because when you do our library crawl, all these libraries that are in these towns, you can kind of maybe plan an itinerary around visiting some of these towns and seeing things and then taking the library crawl. So, and people have just a few days to finish their crawl and get their passports turned back in at the library.
Is it good participation?
Oh my gosh, it's more this year than we've had. Libraries, it started out with 25 libraries and it's grown to over 200, and I think we're up to 225 libraries now in the state. And the participation at all of these just keeps going up. In fact, it's really fun because we've started seeing groups of people coming. So friends are using this as a way to go visit a town they've wanted to visit and have lunch and see the town, visit the library, get a little prize at each library you go to. It's just been a lot of fun seeing people come in from different places.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, that really is incredible.
It really is.
Well,
it really is.
And, Mary, with that being said, I'm actually getting ready to text Lacy. She's coming on the show today.
I talked to her this morning.
There's a really cool event, too, an afternoon with the Riverbend Community Orchestra.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we are hosting the Riverbend Community Orchestra. This is going to take place at the Alton Square Mall. It's going to take place in the courtyard just outside of the library, so in that JCPenney courtyard. We're going to set up chairs, and the Riverbend Community Orchestra is going to come and play Sunday. So this is kind of a great one. Go to church, have some lunch, and then at 2 o'clock, come to the library from 2 to 3 p.m. You can listen to the orchestra play, and it's a full orchestra, the whole Riverbend Community Orchestra, and they'll be performing. It's free. You can come and listen to them. This one that's going to focus on highlighting the connections between literature and music.
Yeah.
So it'll be a good one.
That'll be really cool.
Yeah, and that one we do encourage people to register for, because we have seating for quite a few people. They apparently bring in a big audience. So we want to make sure we have enough chairs. So if people can call and register for that one, we'd appreciate it.
Performance room?
No, at the courtyard between the library and JCPenney.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that.
Downstairs. So this one come to the library.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
This is cool. This is going to be full. You guys have a busy month.
We do.
And then you go right into your local author book fair the 6th of December.
Yeah. So we still have just a few tables left for that. We have room for 25 authors, and so we have almost full. We do still have a few people that can come. Or open spots. So this is a way to highlight all of the local authors that we have. They are able to come, publicize their books, sell their books. You can talk to them. You can get your books autographed. You can buy books from them. And we set this up in the courtyard right outside the library. And we kind of do a library open house / local author book fair. And so it's a great way for people to come out and support local writers, buy some Christmas presents for people. If you've got somebody in your family who's a reader, come take a look at that, sign up for a library card, look at our library of things, do all of that. So
it's really cool, and I like how it's grown over the years too, seeing its evolution.
Yep. Yeah, it's been a really nice program to have, and I think the writers really appreciate being given a venue to show off their books.
One thing I would like to talk to you about is what is NaNoWriMo?
That's the national. That's the Writers' Month.
Okay,
yeah,
I was
yeah. I was like, I don't know what that is. No, that's the writers. So you can come in and sit down and try to write your novel.
That's
at the
only
library.
thing I need left to answer
write
today,
your
Mary.
write your great American novel. If that's the only thing you have left that you want to know for the day, it's a pretty good day.
Oh, it is. It's been a good couple of days.
Yeah.
Mary, anything else to talk about right now?
No, I just, like I said, we're wrapping up the adult scavenger hunt and we're wrapping up the library crawl. So if you have those that you want to turn in, make sure you get those turned in by the end of the month to win your prizes. And then also the end of the little art show. We're doing a little art show in conjunction with Jacoby Art Center. So you can pick up a little canvas. We have them at the library. You come and pick them up. You can do whatever you want on the canvas as far as mediums are concerned. So paint, drawing, charcoals, pastels, mixed media, whatever you want to do. And the whole point is it's a little mini art show. So we have these tiny little canvases. You decorate them, then you return them. You can take them to Jacoby Art Center. You can take them to the library. And we will have them showcased from December through February at Jacoby Art Center. We'll have a reception for it, and then we'll have all of them on display at the mall in March, and then we'll have a closing reception at the end of that. So the canvases are no bigger than 4 inches by 4 inches. I mean, they are awesome. Tiny. Yeah, a family friendly event, and they have to be dropped off at Jacoby Art Center. I said the library, dropped off at Jacoby Art Center no later than November 30th. So you can pick up your canvases at the library, you return them at Jacoby, and then we have exhibitions at Jacoby and at the mall.
That'll be really cool.
Yeah.
Actually, we'll do one final thing.
Oh, yeah.
Book bundles. I am learning about this for the first time.
Oh, so book bundles are great. If you are looking for a new writer, it's great for a couple things. If you're looking for new books, you're looking for new authors, you don't really know where to start or what to pick out, or you don't have time and you're just like, you know what, I just grab 5 books for me, and we ask you what you like to read, and we select 5 books for you. We check them out, we have them ready to go, and you just call the library, you say you want us to put together a book bundle for you, we put it together, you just swing by the library, pick it up, and then you go home.
That's
So
cool.
it's just quick, come in the library, check these books out, and you might find a new author, you might find a new writer that you like, a new type of book. So yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
Mary, it is always great talking with you.
You too.
We'll talk again next week.
Yep. See you next week.
We'll take a quick break. Daily Show comes back with Lacy McDonald next.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Discover Del Mar Public House, located in Godfrey's historic Clifton Schoolhouse. Enjoy bold flavors like homemade falafel, fish and chips, and rotating pasta favorites. Relax with local beers, half-price wine bottles, and summer poutine nights. The only thing missing is you. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Del Mar Public House, where great food, drinks, and friends come together. DelMarPublicHouse.com.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
For work, but I don't drink whiskey. I don't know how it feels to hurt, but I ain't been lonely since you said goodbye. Wish I could say I miss you.
Back, Daily Show, 9:55, a little bit of change. How you doing? Got something to fill you in on before we talk to Lacy, and this is really cool. I spoke with the group last year, I believe. It could have been 2 years ago. The American Cancer Society's Going Gold Kids Fest. It was held on October the 11th, a few weeks ago, okay? And it brought together the community for a fun-filled fall day, and it raised $12,769 in support of childhood cancer research through the American Cancer Society. How incredible is that? I mean, seriously. This is the group I had on last year. The interview was fantastic. You can still see it at RiverBender.com. /Daily Show. But this is a really great event, and just a little bit more detail for you on this. This year's total marks an increase from last year's $10,000 that was raised, and it just keeps growing. Families enjoyed a variety of activities, including a petting zoo, glitter tattoos, pumpkin decorating, the scavenger hunt, beatery station. Sounds right. Beekeeper honey and apple cider demonstrations. There was also touch a truck and pony rides. And then there was Chick-fil-A sandwiches and apple cider donuts, and all of it added to that atmosphere. The American Cancer Society extends their heartfelt gratitude to Liberty Apple Orchard for serving as both the presenting sponsor and as the event host, and to all sponsors, volunteers, and attendees who made the day a success. It's 9:55, coming back with Lacy McDonald. Is it still raining? Okay. It's doing that weird mist. It was like 8 feet of water, and I couldn't see a raindrop. I don't know. We'll figure it out next.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Discover Del Mar Public House, located in Godfrey's historic Clifton Schoolhouse. Enjoy bold flavors like homemade falafel, fish and chips, and rotating pasta favorites. Relax with local beers, half-price wine bottles, and summer poutine nights. The only thing missing is you. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Del Mar Public House, where great food, drinks, and friends come together. DelMarPublicHouse.com.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Hold on, I'm coming. Not that song. That was Paranoid by Ozzy Osbourne. Welcome back to Our Daily Show, 9:59 as we roll on to the 10 o'clock. You know, if I was on radio, I'd have to say, it's 10 o'clock, RiverBender.com, and I'd throw some weird call sign out that makes no sense, and I'd throw you some numbers like 94.7, the bowl, because I can't say 97, 93. But, I don't have to do that now, so we can just talk to Lacy. 100 years ago,
yes,
milk
and graham crackers.
Okay, where do we start?
Well,
what a lead-in. That's excitement right there.
There's nothing more exciting than milk. Okay. So my article this week is about the program that the Alton Public School District did to make sure that kids were getting food in school. So they started this in 1921, but obviously I was writing about 1925 and that year's students and how they did this. So basically, Mrs. Daisy Creswick Rice, who was the health supervisor for the schools, weighed every student. They weighed them 3 times a year.
Oh.
And then...
I don't know if I like this school.
Because so many of them are underweight.
Oh, so it was a different reason.
It was a completely different reason.
This is fascinating.
Completely different. So there's a lot. I'm going to talk a lot about details that were not in the article. So if you're trying to find this in the article, you're not going to see it. But out of 3,787 public school pupils, this is in the 1925, one of the 1925 articles, 2,364 were underweight out of 3,787. So a huge percentage were underweight. And one of the things they emphasized was this was not specifically the poorer students. It was just an issue across the board. Yeah. So one of the ways that they tried to help with this, and there are a lot of things, like after they weighed them, everybody's weight was written on the wall.
Oh, I don't know if that's
right.
Man, the lawsuits would be flying today.
But what they were trying to do,
I get it. It was
was make sure that the kids were getting enough nutrition.
This is so fascinating.
Yes. So they weighed them 3 times a year, and then they would send home a colored card, to tell the parents like where the kid fell in the spectrum of things. So I think if they were more than 7% underweight, they got a red card, and if they were normal weight, a white card, and then there was a blue card as well, and it said less than 7% underweight. So maybe if you're just slightly
in between, you were the
yeah.
Did you ever get a card for being not being funny, but do they give you one for being overweight?
Well, you know what, that's what I was thinking that other card was from, and then I just reread the article before I came in here, and it says more than 7% underweight, less than 7% underweight, or normal weight. So I don't know. That must not have been a real.
It wasn't the concern. The concern was just getting kids to be healthy weights.
Yes. Whereas now I think because a lot of cheap food is not nutritionally sound, sometimes we have other problems related to children and health. But in 1925, they were worried about so many children being underweight.
Yeah.
So they came up with this program to have half pint of milk and 2 graham crackers every morning at 10 a.m. available to all students in all of the elementary school buildings. And it was I think it was 4 cents a day if you could afford it. And then it was free for all students that couldn't afford it.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the first year that they did it, 1921.
That's interesting, actually.
Yeah.
Because that's so early. That's well before, the lunch,
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
I looked up all that. So the National School Lunch Program was signed into law in 1946. So this is well before that. So in 1921, the Junior Red Cross raised funds by selling Christmas seals to fund this program. And then by 1924.
What are Christmas seals?
I think it's
for the
just
cards?
Yeah.
Okay. Not being funny.
No. That's a really good question because I think it's it's related to cards and presents.
That makes
and all
sense.
That.
Okay.
And then by 1924, the milk fund was self-sustaining because they had an arrangement where, no, that's not true. In 1924, it was self-sustaining because in order to charge a full cent, 4 cents, but the milk, if you actually divided it up, it was a little less than 4 cents per milk container or whatever. So the children that could afford it, since they were paying just a tiny bit extra, but again, it would be impossible to pay less than that and still be a whole cent, that covered it for the students that couldn't afford it. And then by 1929, I read about an arrangement that they had with dairies and cracker manufacturers. So for every 4 bottles of milk purchased, a half pint was given for free. And crackers, it was a similar situation. So between those two things, I think they worked out a system where it was self-sustaining. But yeah, it wasn't until 1946, and then later on for breakfast programs in schools, that it was a federal program, and that's still something that we really benefit from today. So in fiscal year 2024, the National School Lunch Program provided more than 4.8 billion lunches to children in the United States. And that's funded by the USDA and implemented in Illinois by the Illinois State Board of Education. So I think that's a very, 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 very wonderful thing. I mean, they talk about in here, and I know that teachers know this now and see this now, but students are going to do a whole lot better in school if they're not hungry.
Yeah.
They can focus.
100%. Well, and it's so fascinating to me that it's just, now the conversation is on, how unhealthy our children are, collectively speaking, not saying you and I are, but, back then it was our kids are still unhealthy, but in a different way because they aren't getting the proper nutrients because no one really understands. And, and they didn't have the money, I'm sure. That's part of it. But no one really understood the food pyramid then either,
I think that it was probably a whole bunch of different factors that we don't quite, can't quite fathom as somebody in 2025. But I think in general, kids were not getting enough food.
Yeah.
They weren't getting enough nutrients. So...
It makes sense to me. I mean, it's just very fascinating. That's how far, that's how much the seesaws teetered back, if that makes sense, to where it was an underweight issue. And now it's we have a lot of children that are, are overweight, and there's a lot of other, it's not a malnutrition thing anymore,
It's a different issue.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing because they're still needing healthy lunches, and it shouldn't be a Cisco chicken patty. But it's just, it's wild to me that it was just it was the same issue.
Yes.
But in a whole different, if you just flip the coin over.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that's
what I meant by that.
Yeah, and I think that activity is probably a big part of that too.
Totally.
The kids were part of the reason that the kids they were working really hard. They were that makes so much sense to me now. Now that you say that, it does make sense to why, especially because I don't know what type of, labor the children were doing in 1925, but it's not pretty much, it's not easy work, I'm guessing. I'm sure you're working hard. Well, and that brings up, I don't know when children had to start going to school legally.
Oh.
because I know in the early 1900s we had kids working in the glass factory like overnight. So I don't know if those were
See you later, Mom. I'm pulling a double.
Yeah, the same kids that were then going to school the next morning, or if that was earlier, or if those kids are completely taken out of the equation because they weren't at school. Like I would have to do more research about what childhood looked like in this specific time period to figure out if all the kids in Alton that were this age had to be in school or not. But yeah, you're right. I mean, we've always needed to look critically at children and nutrition just in different ways.
Yeah, that's
what
I'm getting at. It is so fascinating because we have Shelley Wallner who comes on. She's a huge advocate for healthy lunches in schools. Bunker Hill is going like out of this world. She brought me in these blueberry muffins that you would have thought were from the Hilton.
Ooh.
And just incredible. She goes in lobbies in Washington and does a lot
for
of
healthy lunches.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And so actually she just texted me a couple days ago. I got to get back to her and get her on next week. But she's been on a few times. She does wonderful work. But it's just like I said, there could be 8,000 reasons as to why this is the case.
Yes.
And no one's going to be able to pinpoint it on one. It's just like you said, going back into it and seeing like just the evolution of this same issue is just fascinating.
Well, and also something that I don't know how they did this with the kids that could afford it and the kids that couldn't, but in the Alton Public School District, everybody gets free lunch. Everybody gets free lunch and free breakfast. And I really appreciate that. I mean, I know that's because so much of the area is low income, but I really appreciate that because then like my kids don't know who would get a free or reduced lunch versus who could afford to pay. Yeah. It's just free for everyone. And so it really takes away any sort of shame that would be associated with your financial situation.
And I think it's still, because you can still get add-ons, while you're in the lunch line, if that's what you prefer. If I remember.
Well, I don't think in elementary school.
Oh, you can't? At Alton High, you can still get like cookies and
Alton
stuff.
High is a different situation.
Like, you can still get other things, but you're
still
still never going to, that's still that base lunch is free.
Yeah. And then I think in the elementary schools, and I don't know about the middle school, but in the elementary schools, it's just, there are choices. But it's one lunch and you get the lunch and there's not an add-on.
This is fascinating.
Yeah.
What else did you, not to cut you, what else did you learn about this?
What else did I learn? I think that we don't always realize how, it's like you learn a little bit about history and you think one thing and then you learn more and it sort of changes your perspective. So like, I know enough about this time period that I'm like, okay, a lot of the time married women didn't have jobs outside the home. And then I read about somebody like Mrs. Daisy Creswick Rice, the health supervisor for all the schools. And I'm like, okay, Daisy, I'm going to learn more about you because clearly like this was a really educated, powerful woman at the time who's married because it says Mrs. Daisy Creswick Rice. So it kind of, like generally a lot of women didn't have positions like this. But when you find somebody that did, it's like you're almost expecting it to not be a woman in charge of something like this. And so, so it makes me want to learn more about her and what she was working on. And I know she did it for a number of years because she was in charge in 1929 when I was looking at the later versions of this as well. And I don't know what happened when they went into to the Great Depression and everything. I mean, this is clearly just the 20s, but I don't know. I like not just that they were talking about the kids needing to be nutritionally supplemented, but that she very specifically said, this is not just an issue for the poorer kids. Like this is an issue across the board. And that she talked about it not just being a health issue, but it being something about kids being able to focus and the teachers seeing the specific effects from it. Because it's exactly what we know now. Yeah. But I like it when people are very clear about all the different aspects of it. I mean, she was really thinking about all these things.
Well, and honestly, Lacy, it's just one where I'm glad we're talking about it today because it's one that, like we talked about earlier, it's the same issue. It's just the evolution of that issue over time. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, we need to feed children so they can learn and so that they can be healthy.
Well, I'll tell you when Shelley comes on the show.
Okay, yeah, I'll watch that.
We'll take a quick, thanks you always for stopping by.
You're welcome.
And we'll see you, Lacy, again next week, first Wednesday of November.
Yes.
We're here.
All right.
There we go. All righty, Dawn Mushill takes over my show next.
With over 20
20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Discover Del Mar Public House, located in Godfrey's historic Clifton Schoolhouse. Enjoy bold flavors like homemade falafel, fish and chips, and rotating pasta favorites. Relax with local beers, half-price wine bottles, and summer poutine nights. The only thing missing is you. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Del Mar Public House, where great food, drinks, and friends come together. DelMarPublicHouse.com.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
I never told. What movie was that from?
Dirty Dancing,
oh,
dude.
Yeah, duh.
You gotta
oh
watch
man,
that. I've always wanted to do the lift, CJ. So
that's how we will end our show
we'll
today.
End our show with the lift. Oh my God! Stay tuned.
How is that? By the way, did you go to the rodeo? That wasn't true.
How amazing!
There was
the
like
rodeo.
2,000 people there.
I am so impressed with the Tri-Township Park. I'm going to say this. We used to be the one who did a lot, most all of the events, like every year. They have stepped up their game. Rodeo, they had wrestling, they had adventure night the other night,
right.
and there were lots of people there to that. And a beautiful park. People can fish. They can run their RC car. I mean, come on. It's a park. And a petting zoo on top of that.
What was so cool, I was there and I just thought I'm like, man, this is incredible, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, man, but that doesn't mean that the Troy Chamber hasn't been cooking up some great events and some great
by
stuff.
the end of the year, by December 31st, we will have organized 99 events.
Really?
Yeah. You know that that's Emily.
Yeah.
Emily doing that.
Poor Emily. Emily's
poor
always
Emily. She's going to need a break. She's going on a cruise, so she's going to
Oh,
get
so
away.
she deserves it. Good
she
for
deserves,
her.
Yeah. But we have an event every week. So imagine that. We already have that. But then we have the women's conference a week from today.
That's right. What day is that on?
It's today.
Oh.
Yeah, a week from today.
So that would be the 4th, 5th.
5th, yeah, right? It's 1st, 2nd, 5th. Yes, 5th.
That's right. It's
so
Wednesday.
we have, I brought this because I'm getting old, CJ. I turned 60. And sometimes I can do all this without like notes, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to mess this up if I do. So I just brought my laptop along.
That sounds good.
I thought I'm going to look like CJ. I had some earphones. I almost brought them as a joke to say, look, we look the same.
I would have given you the board.
So let me talk about what we got.
Yeah, please
We
do.
have speakers on the stage. We have workshops. We have great food. We have panelists. We have whatever you want. So let me just go through. Tracy Bianco.
Mm-hmm.
She is our opening speaker. Amazing. We've had her many years. She's blessed us with during the year speaking as well. We have Wendy Seimer from WLS Consulting. We have Jeff Kozatek. If you haven't had Jeff on,
I haven't.
Okay, so Jeff is an amazing speaker. He's also a juggler, and he is fascinating.
Like a real life juggler?
Like a real life juggler. Like he came to our women's conference a few years ago and asked for a table. So we thought to display, he had it on his chin, bouncing it in a straight jacket. Okay, yeah. But his word and listening to him, you leave going, I want more.
Yeah.
Like it's that good. And sort of the other stuff just comes along with it.
Well,
but he can juggle.
You know, it's a great
Yeah.
I can't even try. I didn't want to try,
yeah.
you know. But you know, it's a great time to have the conference too.
Yes.
Because you're right before the holidays and families coming in or whatever. You name the 3,000 items that are getting ready to be in front of you. So to have a day to kind of reflect and get some good insights. This is great.
Good networking. We've got, and here you go, Emily,
wow.
who is very quiet.
Yeah, I was already saying.
She's going to be a stage speaker.
No way.
A stage speaker.
That's awesome.
She's going to demonstrate all the ways that you can utilize AI. Like we utilize it a lot. There are things you shouldn't do with AI. We're going to talk about that.
Please quit putting extravaganza in your Facebook post with 4,000 emojis. I know it's AI and everyone else does too. Be original. All right, sorry, Dawn.
I like using AI. I'll write a press release, and I just want to use different words.
Yeah.
You know,
and you know what I do is because I type like I think, which is a crazy nightmare mess.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine that
Jesus.
brain up there?
It is a lot. So what I do is I'll take everything and just say, can you just reformat this?
Yes.
And then and I'll go back and it might add a word or two.
Yeah,
that's fine. But it helps me get through the day.
You know what the trick is too, and I'll let everybody know this. Once you decide on the final product, feed it back into ChatGPT so it knows your final product.
Yeah.
So the next time you write it, it understands what you like.
Yeah.
So there are great ways to use it.
I'm excited for that one. That'd be cool.
That's going to be fun. She's working on that.
Well, and now who does this women's conference speak to? Who would you like to be a part of it? Before we go any further on,
you'll appreciate this. The Gateway CEO students are attending.
No kidding.
Yes.
Wonderful.
That's
CEO awesome.
Right there.
I'm on the Riverbend CEO board now. Did I tell you?
Yeah.
Mark Vogel's on it too. He was just speaking your praises.
Yeah. I was in Clinton County yesterday morning, 5:10 a.m. That alarm went off, and I'm sending emails at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
So, and that they're doing Family Feud.
That'll be fun.
How fun! You get a ticket, and you get your family, and you get the buzzer, and you get the questions, and I don't know if Steve Harvey's going to be there, but maybe a lookalike. I don't know. And they're having dinner in a taco bar. But what a creative event!
That'll be really cool.
Yeah, but they were great students, and I am the biggest fan of the CO program. Like I believe in the students, so they're coming, and so there'll be men too. It's not that we don't sell tickets; it's just women's conference. It's been forever, and maybe leans toward. But I don't know anything in here that we're doing that it wouldn't be for everyone.
That's what I was going to ask you about. Just because I feel like everyone gets into that time in life where they do need something like this to kind of just figure it all out, and especially with all the 400 plus members you have, that there's a lot of small mom and pop businesses, whether it's especially when it comes to labor, like sewer and plumbing and all that haven't focused on technology because their phone's been ringing for 24 years,
and now it's time.
Yeah,
it's time to make sure Google My Business. We have a chamber member. He was an intern in 2007. We've had 267 interns.
That's almost 20 years ago.
25. Well, 2007 because I started in 2000. But we've had 267 interns.
Wow.
Chamber interns.
That's incredible.
And it was Michael. And they started a business based on Google My Business. And they have done wonders with our Google My Business, and people can hire them.
It's so important. And that's something I never even thought about. Because, I had the delivery thing before everything else. And, people would call me about that. And I'm like, who cares? Until you realize, as a consumer, that is such an important thing. If I'm out of town somewhere and I'm trying to find some place to eat, and I don't see a website or I don't see a Google My Business page that has bad or it has no reviews. I'm like, is this actually a restaurant, or am I going to walk out of here? You know?
Yeah, for sure. No, and is it verified?
Yeah,
you know, we
that's
went
big.
on and we were like, oh my goodness, we weren't verified. So they walk us through the steps in the training. So let's finish who we have here. Hey, I have the ADHD thing going on. I have caffeine, and I'm here for an hour.
I didn't even do my energy
excited.
drinks today.
Like you did what?
No energy drinks.
Because you know I was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, to be honest with you, I was too damn cold to get out of the building. Once I got in, I'm like, I am not walking across.
And what did I email you? Do you want some breakfast?
And I'm like,
you
nope,
said, no,
I'm good
I'm
today.
good. We have Lisa Phillips, and if you haven't met Lisa, anybody who listens to this probably knows Lisa Phillips. I'm from Hospice. She's speaking. Jennifer from Counselor Associates, and then Alyssa from Empowered Pathways. All of that, some panelists, an MC, some fun, some networking, lots of food. We always have lots of food because that's what you do at a conference. You have lots of food. And we are out of there by 3:15.
Really?
So don't tell your boss. Just say we got done. It went over to 5. Then you can go and do whatever you need to do and hang out. So we have that, and that's coming up. We also have in Maryville the turkey trot. Now, I'm going to start by saying there is no turkeys in this trot. It's people. Okay. It's not a turkey trot. We don't vote on the fastest turkey.
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
My husband has the shirt.
Does he?
He got the shirt, and every time it's on, we have to watch it.
Well, you know what's
Les Nessman, man,
Oh,
come
man.
on.
You know what's? I'm Les Nessman.
I'm Les Nessman.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just thought he was, and the best part was his office, because there was no office, but there was an office, and you had to open the door. You couldn't just step in. That was the best.
Well, and I felt so bad. We were at the Community Hope trivia night last Friday, and it was music trivia, and one of the theme songs was WKRP, and I couldn't think of it for the life of me at the time until I saw.
I do not know you.
I know there was a lot of people looking at me like, "How the hell did you miss that one?"
Oh my!
Because I play it the episode every year on Thanksgiving.
It's the best. Like you just
for the show. I mean, that's how we start.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to say it. Because if you don't, it's not Thanksgiving.
It's not. That's
he got one years ago. He got a shirt, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And he wears it out. Always conversation about when people say, "Oh my God," I suppose you're our age,
Yeah.
We're like 100, so yeah.
The building just turned 100. Everybody. Did you know that?
It did. We were born on the same day. Wow, 100 years old on the building.
Yeah, this one. Yeah.
Really?
Well,
a lot going on upstairs.
There is a ton going on.
Yeah.
Turkey trot though, so no live turkeys will be a part of this trot.
No live turkeys, and you can walk. You can pace it. You can run it. They don't care.
Is there an electric scooter option?
I would have that. I'll get one for you as well. And we'll just stroll along on our little scooters, how fast they go. Yeah. It's always well attended. Maryville Park and Rec puts it on.
That's cool.
I'm going to send the info and have us put all the information on.
Mayor White was on from Maryville. He is
amazing,
a good person.
Right?
Yeah.
They have a lot of events in Maryville.
They do. And then are they getting their bandstand? Did we talk about that? Did they?
Well, they're getting funded, yes.
That's incredible.
Yes, yeah. I'm so excited for all of them. The village is just doing great things. They have a great Maryville Park and Rec, and they have a community improvement board, so a lot of events.
Well, I just think it's really cool. Why don't we do this? Let's take a quick pause. Let me pay one bill quick.
All right.
And then we'll come back and we'll chat it up with Dawn. You
All
stay
right.
there, and I'll be here in the studio.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Discover Del Mar Public House, located in Godfrey's historic Clifton Schoolhouse. Enjoy bold flavors like homemade falafel, fish and chips, and rotating pasta favorites. Relax with local beers, half-price wine bottles, and summer poutine nights. The only thing missing is you. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Del Mar Public House, where great food, drinks, and friends come together. DelMarPublicHouse.com.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Back with Dawn. Chamber Takeover continues on Our Daily Show. How has the year? So for folks that don't know, the Troy Chamber, Troy Maryville Marine St. Jacob Chamber of Commerce.
Close, really close. It's close. Got it. Troy Maryville St. Jacob Marine.
I spelled it right. I got it right on the screen.
Oh, see there, that's the most important.
I'm like, I'm not like Ron Burgundy. I'm not. I don't read whatever's in front of me.
Period.
But you're right there at Troy. Triad High School.
Triad High School.
And you know what I think, school is you guys have been able to grow with the area because Troy is really, it is gaining steam. And in the next 15 years, it'll be big. I think bigger than Edwardsville.
It's going to be big. I know you've been downtown.
Yeah, it's
last year. From a year ago today to today. Wow. Palenque's open. Palenque is the new Mexican restaurant at the corner where you were for First Fridays.
Yeah.
Right there. They're open now. And beautiful facility. Yeah, you got to go in there. So 48% of our members are Troy, Maryville, St. Jacob Marine. But guess what? 52% Alton.
Yeah.
Collinsville, O'Fallon, Edwardsville, Glencarbon. So people come because they want to network or they want to promote themselves on the Chamber website. Maybe they want to be on the podcast Drinking with Dawn Expert. Remember, drinking is McDonald's.
Yes.
Not my mom's bar. So it is McDonald's. But we love our podcasts. We love doing those. But my goal in 2025, I went to my board and said, I would like to meet with every single member by the end of the year.
Are we close?
Boom. Well, I think it was last Tuesday. I had 17 in one day.
That's awesome.
Because they're 15 minutes, they're quick, but I have a plan. I ask them, I go into it knowing what they're not using, whatever. And it's the best 15 minutes I spend.
Yeah.
Because I learn about what their needs are, who we can connect them to, what resources do they need. I say this, you could be in our chamber all year, never attend one networking event and get so much out of our chamber. And that's important to me because I don't want people to think, oh, I don't have time to come to an event. No. Speaking of events, so we have one every week. We have lunch and learns, and for 2026 we have here's an odd one I'm training, how to be a public speaker.
Now that's interesting.
Yeah.
And I always tell people, if you can speak in front of 4 people, you'll be able to speak in front of 4,000.
Absolutely. I'd rather speak in front of 4,000.
That exactly 100%.
Yeah.
Now, But whenever it's the 4 people, then you have to really focus on connecting with the audience more. And that, and I do a couple of those, more than a couple throughout the year. And it's never been a thing for me.
Me either.
But obviously, you've done it forever.
Yeah.
But it's so fascinating, though, how just the disconnect of, maybe, I don't want to call it, maybe it's stage fright, maybe it's lack of confidence in your ability, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
It's just, it becomes this huge disconnect for so many people when it comes to public speaking. And it doesn't mean 4,000 in an auditorium.
Correct.
It could just be going in front of your chamber group.
Or your board.
Your board,
Yeah.
or your BNI, and filling them in on what's coming down the pipeline. Because we've all experienced the 5-minute elevator disasters.
Disaster.
Yeah, and you pray for them.
You hope for the best,
and then you get
move
a business
and go,
card and just smile.
Yeah, you put it in the pocket and go, okay, have a good day.
But what that shows, especially if it's something serious, like not serious, but like roofing or trades or anything like that. If you aren't confident telling me what you're presenting, I'm not going to be pretty confident that this job's getting done okay.
That's correct. And you can't tell me about your business. You can't tell me what you do. So you have to have that speech. I say to people about public speaking, like I'm speaking in Gurnee, Illinois on the 20th for my own company. So 60 people, not a big thing.
But still cool.
But I want a picture of the stage that I'm going to be on. I want to know what kind of equipment I'm wearing. I want to know, am I being filmed? Where is the restroom? And that's important because, I want to say, like, I want to have all this ahead so that I'm not up there thinking about it.
Yeah.
Now, just like today, we didn't have any agenda. This is my favorite kind.
Yeah.
Like I could walk and talk about customer service for 2 hours and not have one note. But that's just me. But so I want to help people realize that it's not horrible. And if you know the topic, and then the other one we're doing is how to network. Because, we have this, the CEO students know how to network, but the rest of the people coming in the world don't.
Well, and now this is fascinating, too, how to network effectively. Because we can talk to everybody in the room, but if you aren't growing anybody, your business or anybody else's, you aren't really networking. You're just saying hello to your friends.
That is correct.
And that's where that conversation gets really fascinating, too.
Yes, and you have a game. We have games at our events to try to help that. But
that'll be cool. Do we know when's that coming up?
Well, what we did was we took it by month. So we'll have a technology month, and we'll have a networking month. We'll have a marketing month. So everything in that month that we learn is all in that topic. We have a small business month.
Cool.
We kind of organized 26 to look like we're pretty organized. So there you go. But the networking one, what I always say is I very, very rarely walk in a showroom where I don't know most of the people. I had an occasion this year where I had to walk in and I knew no one.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, I get it. But now I'm not afraid to walk up to a group, and I know how to, insert myself if I need to or not, know when it's not, whatever. So I'm going to teach all that, but I'm going to bring some of our good public speakers to help with the public speaking one too. And on the networking, some good networkers, so that we're actually learning to do it. But the first part is wanting to come at all, because I don't want to come because I don't know how to network. So to get signed up, hey, work registration. Yeah. Because then, everybody that's coming in, volunteer.
Yeah.
But I feel like people aren't trained, and it's unfair.
Well, and untrained is such a great way to put that. And also, I think not everyone, thought processes get broken sometimes when it comes to the end goal of networking. Obviously we want to make 100,000 plus a year and profits for our business, $1 million plus, whatever you want to do. But the first time you meet somebody, you can't say, hey, it's nice to meet you.
Can you buy some windows?
Here you go.
Yeah, here's my card.
That's not appropriate.
Yeah. No. No.
So how do you network and and build the relationship? Because I think, especially my generation's running into this thing where it's chase the dollar bill, and I used to do this all the time. Where I'm like, hey, here's an email, and here's everything I want to offer you.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Well, just me contacting all 400 members. Now I already know them, so it's not like it's new. But I've built relationships. 25 years I've been in this job. And so it still fascinates me when people will call and go, oh, yeah, I worked so-and-so in 2010. I remember you. Can you help with blah, blah, blah. I hope I wasn't a jerk.
Yeah.
You hope that you were good. I mean, so far, nobody's had a jerk, but then your audience might be like emailing now going, CJ, but I feel like that I build it. Yes. Building relationships probably could be a class.
I think it could.
It could.
But it all goes into those other components of it.
Does.
Because it's all part of that relationship.
Yeah.
Man, this is so... I was just talking about... We got to get you down to a North Alton Godfrey Business Council meeting one day. I kept talking... I was just talking to Zeke about you yesterday on the show. Yeah, I was just talking about the different groups and just some of the work you do. But it's just different aspects like that where even for... If you've been in your business for 15 years or 25 or God love you, you've just started... Everyone's going to need a refresher or a a learning course at one point in time. It's just like school.
Customer service training, that's what I really specialize in.
Yeah.
And I'm amazed
first time I had you on the show, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah, in my book. I only have my book. I don't bring it around. But yesterday I was with the CEO students, so I showed them my book. But yeah, I mean, you put people in these positions and then you say good luck to you, but be nice and, make sure you say thank you, but you have to help them. So I want those companies who are really good, who want to be great, not crappy, who want to be mediocre.
Yeah.
Because there are companies out there like that, but I want to go work at Chick-fil-A. Come on.
Quick Trip. Have you seen that?
Oh, Quick Trip. They have the 10 things they have to do when they come in. And I'll tell you, just those companies get it. So if I'm a company, I want to go steal all the ideas.
Or did you see Buc-ee's? Oh, my goodness.
I've been to a Buc-ee's.
What they're paying for some of these jobs is just, it's incredible. I will go wash your car.
Them. Yeah, they post them it was like $29 an hour to do, but I'm like, they're paying their full benefits. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I want to go work at Buc-ee's.
Assistant general manager's raking in $175.
I saw that. And I took a picture of that. But knowing that you got some expectations, and you got to meet those.
And they obviously are successful because their culture and everything else. And if the big people are using it, there's a reason. They wouldn't be using failed methods with a $1 billion company.
Yes, for sure. Eat More Chicken is written by the Chick-fil-A guy. It's a great book.
It's a good thing. Now, when are you going to be doing all these? Do we have dates yet?
Emily and I are sitting down after the women's conference because we got to get that out of the way. Yeah. And we're laying literally in the basement. We're laying a whole year out of every single thing. It's going to be a massive amount of caffeine. I'm thinking about bringing in lunch and some pizza, and we just hang. I will send that to you and we can post that, but we'll have it, of course, on our website. Go to the board, make sure everything's good. And we're excited about that.
Well, and it's really good to note for the people that are interested to kind of put a mental note out there to just take a look in the next couple of weeks, next month or two and figure and get signed up. Yeah. And, how have just the other events that you've done, just inter-chamber wise been? Because you do a lot throughout the month too. And that's something that's, I feel like it's hard for us to talk about because there is literally so many different services and the business connection or the business before breakfast. And all these other ones are those still going on, and how have they been?
Absolutely. So we have one. Our lunch is 11:31 the first Tuesday. All networking, structured a little bit with a game. So if you love networking, that's the one to come to. The next we have is our Chamber of Social. Mark Van Zyl, he is our lead ambassador, and it's a group of people just sitting around talking about questions, business questions, and lots of relationship building. The third Wednesday of the month is 8:30 to 10, business for breakfast. So 8:30 to 9 is networking, 9 to 10 is a professional speaker, and the fourth Wednesday 11:30 to 1 is all a professional speaker and a lunch and learn, and that's the one where everyone can come to that one. If you're a potential member, you can come for a whole year to a whole month. But the lunch and learn is the one where we focus on things that the community, other businesses might want to. And I will tell you that anything with education related in the last 4 months has been standing room only.
Really?
I had to give up my chair at Briley because I didn't know what to do because there were so many people. When you bring these professional speakers in and you're getting this at no charge, you're bringing your lunch, you're not even paying to come. The only thing that costs on any of those is lunch, and that's the lunch for the CBC. So,
well, it's still really good, and I'm glad that we touch on those too, because it's just a really good feature to be another reason to be a part of the chamber.
Yeah, I'm on a committee at SWIC, and we talk about soft skills and the need for soft skills and people to get trained on that. And sometimes an employer doesn't want to put that money up, but at the end of the day, I feel like a good training, a good couple trainings, a good podcast that you hang on, you can learn a lot.
Well, and I think too, sometimes when it comes to employers, and because right now it seems like everyone's kind of struggling with the same thing, and it's not like saying folks are qualified hires. It's just there's some training that normally needs to be done.
Correct.
Right now.
Yeah.
And so, are you going to not invest and hope for the best, or would you rather at least do everything you can to make sure that employee is going to be successful for you, and make sure that they're feeling as best about this position as they can, because it is nerve-wracking for a lot of people right now, especially learning these new digital ways of doing things, and everything's changing. And even the kids that went to school 4 years ago that graduated, it's new to them.
It's new to them. Have you had Madison County Employment Training on?
Oh, yeah, they're great.
Okay, so those are the resources. Yeah. I remember sharing that.
Yeah,
and then I just did a Drinking with Dawn.
You did?
That's
I saw
podcast.
It. It was great.
And so all of that information, all of it's free. That's what I tell people. Apprenticeships, on-the-job training.
Yes.
Talk to Brooke Andrews. Talk to Tony Furman, who's retiring at the end of the year, but I don't think I'm going to let him.
We just talked to Tony.
I don't think I'm going to let Tony. I don't think I'm going to let him retire. He doesn't know that. Don't tell him.
Was he at the first Friday?
He was at the first Friday. Right. He was. Yeah, because you had him on. Remember, we pulled him over and made him get on as the interview. So we have a lot to offer beyond that. You know, one of the things that I tell people we do beyond the networking, I will send, you pick 10 chamber members, and I'm going to have you do this actually. Pick 10 chamber members you want to introduce to. You write a couple paragraphs. The third paragraph has your contact information. I personally send that out to you.
Yeah.
I will tell you, everybody's going to respond, whether it's I'm not interested but I ask them, please respond because, you know, this person's reached out. So, and I know we're doing some promo stuff after this. How fun. We're going to do this promo commercial thing for a surprise.
We got to do we got to read the script.
We got a script?
Well, kind of.
Ugh.
Yeah.
CG, we could just do it. We could just do it. You just do it.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and do it.
So we got a commercial, but coming up, we'll be sending that out probably next week.
Well, it will be, and I think it's great too that you continuously partner with other organizations, and you know they're members of the group too, and it's just a great way to always grow the members inside of the group, and not just the chamber itself. And I think that sometimes chambers lose sight, not any specific one.
No,
it's just it could be lost sight of because you're seeing the chamber promoted, but not remembering that there needs to be a level of investment for those other members that you have that are a part of you too.
And you know, 19 months ago, someone said to me, I want to write one check. I just want to write one check and be done. So we set these investor levels up, and you guys are a big one. 1,200, 2,400, 5,000, 10,000. We had 0 that day. We have 32 today at 1,200 and higher because they've invested to say, look, we love the chamber. We want more education. And they get first dibs on things. They get their logo on every single thing. You guys are everywhere. And your logo is like everywhere.
It's very true.
So it is good, but we love it. We love our chamber. We love to talk to any businesses anywhere. So you can be anywhere. We have one in Connecticut and we have one in Texas, a member.
Really?
Yeah. Because they want to be a member.
I love this.
I say. So we're helping them out.
10:43. We'll come back with Dawn. More Daily Show next.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Discover Del Mar Public House, located in Godfrey's historic Clifton Schoolhouse. Enjoy bold flavors like homemade falafel, fish and chips, and rotating pasta favorites. Relax with local beers, half-price wine bottles, and summer poutine nights. The only thing missing is you. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Del Mar Public House, where great food, drinks, and friends come together. DelMarPublicHouse.com.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
I almost played the same song twice. That would have been a big
Well, it's okay. It's kind of rainy outside.
It's one of those days that I feel like everyone, if they had the option, would just stay home.
Yeah, or you had a couch out there. I was thinking about taking a nap when we get done, so it's all good.
Well, thank you for reminding me. This Friday, you don't have to be out in the Halloween parade if you go to the Alton one, or if you're in Edwardsville and you just want to check out Alton's, you can watch me on the platform with Joe Barrett.
Yeah.
Dawn, it's funny because now this sounds bad, and you know what it's like too, but with the show and it done so well the last 2 years, like I've gone up to Troy, like I've noticed kind of they watch my show and I love it. But the first 2 years of the Halloween parade were brutal.
Really?
Because they didn't know who I was. And they were like, who in the hell is this kid with the worst laugh that looks goofy talking to me about a float going by? I mean, you should have seen the reaction. It was like, talk about slander.
Wow.
So now we're at a point.
Okay,
Last year we hit the point where it was a calm, non-mean comment.
Nobody threw anything at you?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Well, these kids throw candy at me. It hurts. Like, there's one kid that parents weren't watching him, and little Johnny's heaving Reese's Pieces at the guy on the damn camera,
He's got to learn to catch them.
Yeah. But now I'm excited for Friday. It's my long weave story to a close.
Yeah. So the parades are amazing. People put so much work.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have no idea how much it takes to make a float. They've started months and months ago. But when you came to Troy, you knew a lot of people sitting on we put you on the corner because, that's where you need to be, on the corner.
What's new?
And what's new. And so there you sit on the corner, and people came up, and we got to see Tony Furman, and you interviewed Doug from the Red Door Cottage every time for the 40th.
He's
and
cool.
everything. And so,
it's just cool, though, to see the show growing and being able to do things in Troy. And because that's really what the whole RiverBender platform is. It's the whole area.
Sure.
But it was just funny. So this Friday, I will not be crying on my way home man, why did I do this job?
If you are, just pick up the phone and call me. I'll be available. First Friday, so we met yesterday. The group did.
Oh, did you?
We have our bands booked for 26. We have our dates. They had a black hat walk on October 3rd, I believe it was, Friday, whatever that Friday was. Yes, the 3rd. And they expected 50 people. I was out of town, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But I was out of town, so they did it. They were expecting 50 participants, okay? Mm-hmm. 321.
That's incredible.
And so Al.AM is taking a video so I could see, and he's coming around the corner and he goes, oh my, and then this massive amount of people. And Ann Matthews, Jason Raymert, and Al.AM, kudos to all three of them who have been great partners with me, just the four of us, and Emily we added in, Donna we added in to help. But the first Fridays have exploded. And so we've already got our bands, and I'm going to send that to you so you know. So we're going to get a date. Shotgun Creek's kicking it off in May. So I'm thinking that's the one you're going to want to be at.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and honestly, if we figure it out, be at all of them. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
If we can get some folks to do it, we'll do it.
It's just, I don't know that I can, how do you describe that event?
Well, to me, it's a block party. But it's on steroids.
Yeah.
It's a block party on steroids because you don't have, you don't have a lot of the problems that a normal block party would bring with, just a ton of maybe various street vendors that no one knows who's from where and what's happening here.
Yeah.
But it's all business participated. You're able to close those that street down.
Mm-hmm.
With your volunteers, it doesn't stop the city from moving.
Correct.
And that's the other cool thing.
That is,
and so it really is a block party on steroids.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, somebody said it's a homecoming without the rides, and because I love seeing people going, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in 4 years, and so let's talk about my word of the year, perception. Did you know that I have a word every year?
No, I didn't.
I do. I have a perception. So this comes, and how this ties into Barry Manilow, you're going to like this. So my husband bought me a ticket to Barry Manilow, 5th row, when I was 60 in July.
That's incredible.
He said, I want to go to Jackson Hole And I said, okay, I had no idea on a map where Jackson Hole was. I thought they were together. It's up here, it's down here, we're over here. So we plan a road trip. We've never been on a road trip like this. 4,025 miles, 13 states, 13 days, with the last sort of destination being Barrie. We had a blast. Yellowstone, Jackson Hole, Cheyenne, Wyoming. It was fantastic. And we get to Vegas, we check in, and we go down to have dinner. And this is the night before. I see Barry on Friday and Thursday, and Barry canceled. He's sick. Oh, no. He has really bad bronchitis.
Oh, man.
I'm not thinking about it. I don't care. Tomorrow night, I'll be there.
No way.
Yeah. So I drove all the way 4,020 miles. But my perception comes in because Liz, he did not. I don't think so. I do not believe he looked at the seating chart going, oh my God, that stalker chick's coming on Friday. My perception is that he was and I understood he was very sick. As I'm sitting there, the lady says to me, 30% of his fans in the audience every weekend when he's here are from England.
Oh, man.
So think about this.
They had to fly 8 hours.
Flew from England.
Yeah.
And so my perception is he didn't do it on purpose. Why would I even be mad at him?
Yeah.
The man's sick. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 82 also. Come on.
Yeah.
Someone told me yesterday he's 106. I go, no, he's 82. Let's remember that. But I'm like, you can't be mad. So we did, I let it bother me for a little bit. I mean, just even that night, but then everything was good. So I encourage people to look at perception. Mm-hmm. When people are driving around where they cut you off, perception is they didn't do it on purpose. They didn't go, okay, at 8:06, I know Dawn Mushill comes out of Spring Valley and I'm going to cut her off. It's not like that.
Yeah.
We've probably cut people off maybe once or twice or many times. Or
I've done
whatever.
it on purpose, Dawn.
Okay, then.
I will be throwing it out.
You need to come to my Change Your Attitude, Change Your Underwear class. I'm signing you up. Change Your Attitude, Change Your Underwear, CJ. Oh, my goodness.
Every once in a while, you just got to let them know,
Oh, no. So anyway.
Do not listen to me for your driving.
So I guess the last time I saw Barry was with you, and that'll probably be my last time because I'm just not going to, it was that experience. But I wouldn't have given up the trip.
Now, were you able to get a rain date? Or
my husband got the refund. Just because, I
never know.
No, I don't want to fly back out and have the same situation, but it was very sad. So I he didn't do it on purpose. So as you go through life every single day, when people do things and you go, they didn't do it on purpose unless it's CJ driving by you, then you go, let's move on. Because I could have ruined the trip with it. I could have been mine on it, but I wasn't.
He gets upset because you're upset.
Yeah, He probably felt worse than I did.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah,
100%,
it was, but it was all good.
Did you stay an extra? How long were you in Vegas for?
We were in Vegas. We got there Thursday night and left Saturday morning because we were just there to see Barry.
Oh, that's
and
do
so
you slot machine it up anytime?
We did a little bit, and because we really had planned to see Barry, and then went to dinner, so not much. But but it was the drive was beautiful, man. Yellowstone.
Did you drive back?
We drove everywhere.
Oh,
4,025 miles.
So you did it round trip. I didn't know if you did a rental to Vegas and flew back. Wow.
Just like that. Yeah.
Ooh.
But it was good, it was good. And we're still talking, still married, 35 years. As far as I know, we're still married. We're good.
Well, that's why I got engaged.
Yeah,
I figured after we made it through the 10-hour road trip.
Yeah.
We're good with the baby.
You got engaged where we went on our 25th anniversary.
Really?
Yes. Awesome. It was great.
Gulf Shores
is awesome.
I like
So, but I want to tell people about perception because, we can get mad at so many things and, life's too short. Come on.
Well, it is. And, I think sometimes there's so many smaller rifts that are formed in communities because of that same thing.
Yeah.
Or maybe, it could be a competing event. Like, why did you have to have that damn trunk or treat the same day? That's the one that's going on right now. There's a lot of
trunk or treats. How many do you think we've had? 20 years ago, you didn't know what it was.
No, honestly, I was in the crossover because it started when I was getting out of trick or treating.
Oh.
But there's had to have been at least 150 trunk or treats around because it's to the point we've had people even say we were the first trunk or treat here. On the show, they have taken claim, and it's okay. So how do we fix this? It's perception. They didn't do it on purpose.
They didn't do it on purpose.
Why don't we just call them and collaborate next year? Let's have one massive trunk or treat.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. We are going to be.
Woods River does that. Do you know that? Downtown Wood River, they do it's the businesses hand out candy.
Yeah.
And it's it's called Downtown Trick or Treat.
That's awesome. And, I saw they got a big grant. Things are good. Things are happening in Wood River. I'm so excited for them. We're going to be the first Glow Bingo out of the chute. Maybe not the first, but probably the second out of the chute in 2026. It's our only fundraiser.
Really?
Have you ever been to Glow Bingo?
I have not. I keep but see, I get competitive, and if I'm a gambler, so if I start losing, and
we give away we pay cash, $100,
really,
plus some prizes.
No kidding.
And it's fun. It's loud. It's fun. I'm not gonna lie, it's loud. But we have a great gaming company, and last year we ended up with way too many people. I had to give up my truly registration table. I had to give it up because we had so many. And this year we have 7 more spaces where we laid it out, and it's at the activity center in Troy, but we'll sell out. I would say by Valentine's Day we'll be sold out.
No kidding. Do you guys do a lot of people do mouse races anymore?
We did them in probably 08, 09, and 10, like those 3 years. It was, I see it once in a while.
That's weird because we just had the first, at least once a year. It's like once a year now there's a mouse race.
It used to be, again, all of them everywhere is a thing. Go Bingo's a thing. I'm not sure what the next thing is, but yeah, I'm thinking, we were talking yesterday a farm to table, something downtown, in our street. But we're also getting farmers market in Troy once a week in the summer. Things are happening downtown.
No kidding.
Yeah, so make sure people go to TroyMaryvilleCoc.com to visit us. They can call us at 667-TROY. You can call CJ and ask him anything. He knows everything, correct? Yeah.
If not, Google does, and I will Google it for you. Oh, you know how many times people do that? They'll call and say, "Do you know? Do you know?" I'm like, "Yeah, let me look for you."
Yeah, we get that a lot, and you know what we say? Thank you for calling, because we figure at least they thought of us.
Yeah, that's
instead
true.
of going, couldn't you get on Google and look yourself? But sometimes people are older; they don't know.
They don't even know what a Google is.
Try Township Library instead of the library, so people don't know the name. So just things like that.
I always wonder that. Why is it Tri Township?
Because it's bigger than Troy. It's out. It goes outside.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. Does it get like a? Does it go?
A little bit of here. Like we're in Jarvis.
Gotcha.
It's kind of
Gotcha.
Yeah, we got the Maryville Community Library, and Marine has a library. Yeah. So people call. They don't know. We never say no. Call us with anything. We will tell you. Except the lady that keeps calling us to help her. I'm not even joking about this. To help her find a date.
Stop.
Yeah, she's older. And I said just let me speak with her. So she wants us to help her find her date. I'm not even lying. So
we can get her on the show.
But we have to be nice and to everybody, and we are very nice to her. So I don't know. I
would personally call her.
You might see a PSA on the.
We could have her on the show and do like some blind dates. I don't care. No. We're out of time.
I think she just wants somebody who drives. But we love her. She's very, very nice. So yeah.
Dawn, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
I will see you all back here live at 9 tomorrow for more Daily Show. Until then, as always, my friends, try your best to stay out of jail.
Stay out of jail.